My name is Jim Tatone. I'm president of Yankee Cooperative Co-op. I want to thank everybody for showing up today so we can talk about the funding that we're receiving for the dredging of the harbor. This dredging is of paramount importance for the survival of this operation here. We're having problems getting boats in and out of here at low tide. We're losing revenue because we don't have fishing vessels able to land here right now. So I want to thank our senatorial contingent here for getting funding to have this dredging done, and only wish we could get done sooner than later. So with that, I'll turn it over to Senator Shaheen.
Thanks very much, Jim, and thank you all for joining us this morning. I'm really pleased to be here with my colleague, Senator Hassan. We've been working to try and address the very challenging issues here at the Seabrook-Hampton Harbor. We wanted to do this event this morning here at the Yankee Fishermen's Co-op to showcase just how important this harbor is to the commercial fishing here in New Hampshire, to our fishing boat and recreational boat interests that all operate in and out of this harbor. And we're pleased to have Bill Maggie from the town of Seabrook here, town manager, and Jeanne Sullivan, who is deputy town manager in Hampton. We said Bill was going to go first because we're on this side of the river. And Bill will introduce the other Seabrook officials, but also pleased to have Mike Kite, who's the Harbormaster, someplace. There he is. Mike, come up. And for today's event, the most important person, Ed O'Donnell, who is, I'm going to read his title here, so I've got my cheat sheet so I don't get it wrong. He is the chief of the navigation section of the Army Corps of Engineers New England section. And as I know everyone here knows, the Army Corps announced back in November that they were putting aside $4.6 million for their 2019 work plan to do the dredging here at the harbor. And for all of you, you know that this is not just an issue for the economy here in Seabrook and Hampton. It's a safety issue. Barge support for the Seabrook Nuclear Power Station comes in through this harbor. And the harbor was last dredged in 2013, but because of the shoaling that's happened, it's now a critical issue for any boats that go in and out. I was talking to Joe Taroni over here, who was telling me about being stuck out in the harbor on his boat for 4 hours this summer, not able to get in because of the tides. And I said, so what did you do? Could anybody come and rescue you? He said, no, you just got to wait until the tide comes back in. That's not acceptable. We've got to do something about that. These funds will help with that. We were able to get additional funding into the small harbors and ports fund when we did the appropriations bill this year, and so that helps. But as Ed will lay out, there's a whole process for what has to happen now before the actual dredging can get done. And we will hope that we will do everything possible to expedite that as quickly as possible. And anything that any of us can do to help make that happen, please let us know, because as you know, as well as everyone here, this is a critical asset for the seacoast and a critical issue that's got to be addressed. So again, thank you all very much for being here. I'm happy now to turn it over to Senator Hassan to make some remarks, and then we have the other officials who will comment, and we'll open it up to questions.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Senator Shaheen. I am always delighted to be with Senator Shaheen, particularly on a day like today, where we can recognize the hardworking men and women of New Hampshire, and particularly today, the seacoast, who just want to have things work so that they can do their jobs, support their families, help the economy grow, help us all thrive together. And that's really what this Fishermen's Co-op is about. That's really what a way of life that New Hampshire's seacoast and fishermen have lived is all about. And we want to keep that going. It's so important to who we are. It's so important to our economy. And to Jeanne's point, this is a real safety issue too. So I am very, very grateful to the Army Corps for listening to us make the case. I am very grateful to all of the town and state officials who have helped us make the case. We also, in the American Water Infrastructure Act, have worked to make sure that we have what we need to do for the litigation for this harbor because it is so important to the seacoast and really to the entire state. So I am really, really happy to be here today. I know there's work to do still, and I know this can't happen fast enough for all the fishermen who are here today and who use this harbor, but we are going to continue to partner to make this a safe working harbor so that people can continue our tradition in New Hampshire of seafaring economy. And I'm really, really grateful to everybody here who's going to make this work. So with that, again, thank you all for being here. And Bill Nancy, Seabrook Town Manager, why don't you talk a little bit about what's going on?
Thank you very much. This project is so vitally important for the region, but it's so important for Seabrook in particular, and I am glad to be on this side of the river because you can see the importance. Our three board members are here, Chair Ella Brown, Vice Chair Abu Khan, and Selectwoman Teresa Kyle. In the back we have Fire Chief Bill Edwards, Police Chief Brett Walker. We have Emergency Management Director Joseph Tatone. This big turnout by Seabrook shows the value that our government officials place on the fishing industry and getting this project done. This is a way of life for Seabrook. We don't want to give it up, and I would like to say that this board deeply appreciates the work that Senator Shaheen has done, Senator Hassan, the congressional delegation, to bring this money in this quickly and keep this fishing co-op going is extraordinary, and we deeply appreciate that work. They're friends to Seabrook, they're friends to the seacoast, they're friends of New Hampshire, and we're proud to have them as our senators. We thank them. I would like to say one more thing. Since the project has started, I've had an opportunity to work with the Army Corps. The Army Corps has been a tremendous partner for us. Ed, terrific work. But my friend Coral over there, who's on me all the time, she's chasing me all the time to make this project happen faster, quicker, and get results very, very fast for our fishing fleet and to make this a safe harbor. So, Coral, Ed, thank you for everything that you do every day. And we did let somebody in over the river. We charged them a fee. I would like to recognize my friend, Deputy Manager from Hampton, Jamie Sullivan. Jamie, thank you for being here.
Imagine you get to follow that. On behalf of the folks in Hampton, we want to thank everybody, the senators, Corps, and all of the folks who work hard to make this happen. We're thrilled that it's going to happen finally. Support our fishing community, all the folks who recreationally go through there. It's vital to our community. And with that, I'll turn it over to the man of the hour, Mr. Long.
I'll continue on with the thanks. I don't think people have a good appreciation for how hard it is for us to get funding for these smaller projects. So the senators have done a great job of advocating for this and getting us funding for the work. In New England, we have probably over $300 billion worth of work that's waiting for funding, and actually Hampton has jumped ahead a lot of those that have been waiting. And it's only through their continued support and advocacy for that funding that we were able to get these funds in our work plan this year. We've also had a great relationship with the towns. They've been providing us the information. Coral's the project manager for the work. They've been giving us all the information we need to move forward. We recently completed our draft environmental assessment. We're coordinating with state and federal resource agencies. We're waiting for a water quality cert and coastal zone management consistency concurrence from the state. We've started on our plans and specifications. So we are looking forward to move forward with this as soon as we can. There are some constraints on our end. There is a dredging window that precludes us from dredging other than from October to the end of January. Is that right, Coral? So we'll be looking to put out a contract this spring and start working in the fall. Again, I appreciate all the help from everyone. It's still a little ways to go, but we certainly appreciate everyone's support.
Well, thanks very much. Thank you to all of you. And I think we'd be happy to open it up for questions if there are questions from the audience.
Why did I understand why Hillary got it in January? Then last time we did it went through February, March.
You get it, also get an extension on the dredge and get another 4 weeks. I know that they did it last time.
Can you just introduce yourself so that Ed knows who you are?
Basically, like, right, Hillary saying, we don't go over resistance, we rather go out of there.
The direct, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, but you know, Joe got stuck. I'd like to get stuck with 70 people for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big difference, and if they can rush it for the spring, whatever they gotta do to get through the hoops, it's gonna make a, you know, I hear about the birds and this and that. You dump 1,000 gallons by somebody losing 1,000 gallons there because they ran aground. And do a lot more damage to those birds in that estuary than that one nest that we're worried about, you know?
You want to talk about
The restrictions are based on winter flounder, plovers on the beach at the disposal site. We don't make those up.
But yeah, the fuel will do a lot more damage to the farmer than the
I
dredge.
completely understand. You can advocate to the agencies for an extension. We deal with that. If anyone who knows me knows I rail against the windows, and unfortunately, it is what it is. We have to live by our rules and meet our regulations.
Senator, I represent Seabrook and Hampton Harbor Dredge State House also. The question is, this time we pass through every few years, we go through this. Can we possibly create a fund for the seacoast or this kind of situation, for long-term fund that we don't have to go through these hurdles and all this?
Well, that's a really interesting idea. That would probably be done at the state level as opposed to the federal level, but that sounds like a good piece of legislation to introduce in the upcoming
We already
session.
did. We already did introduce legislation.
No, and it also, it helps us advocate at the federal level when there is state, at least, you know, when we say the state's willing to put up something, then it really does help us advocate too. So I think it's a really great idea.
And I just want to take a little bit of time to thank all of your office staff who did behind the scenes, a lot of work, you know, conference call and all these things, and also all the state agencies that involved, you know, DES and everybody else.
Are there other questions? Try and answer. What Maggie said and what all of you know, that the reason this project is moving forward, not as fast as we would like, but is moving forward and the Army Corps is already working on it, is because of all of the advocacy that everybody in this room and so many other people have provided to say this has got to get done. It's a safety issue, it's an issue about people's jobs, about the economy. So thank you all for what you've done, because I don't think we'd be at this point without that kind of